what, 20, somewhere between 18 and 22 minutes.
But he'll give you all he's got.
All you got for 20 minutes.
Okay,
That's,
I got it. So the Monty Williams quote was actually before the game yesterday because they knew Kevin was going to come back. And he was trying to make the point of how you guard away from him is different than how you would have guarded before on another guy who couldn't shoot from 40 feet from the basket, is 7'1", and dribbles like a guard.
Yeah.
That's Kevin Durant, right? Okay.
Right.
So now let's look at the stats so far. It's a mere 25 total games right now. Look what Kevin's doing so far as a net. And he looks really happy as a net because he and Kyrie are, as you know, BFFs.
Yeah.
And it's such a great fit because they're vibing off each other and they're having fun with each other. And Kevin right now is shooting 54% from the floor.
Yep.
That is a career high. He's shooting 47% from three. That is a career high. And are you ready for this one? From 10 to 16 feet right now, but I know it's a small sample size, 25 games. Kevin Durant is making 57% of his mid-range jump shots, 10 feet to 16 feet. If you take the 31 players who attempt more than 17 shots a game, and he qualifies for that, he's #1 in the NBA from 10 to 16 feet. By the way, by example, by comparison, LeBron from that distance, 10 to 16 feet, is 39%. LeBron's shooting 37% from three, which for LeBron is pretty good. But remember, LeBron can drive it like nobody can drive it. He's 51% from the field. Kevin is 54% from the field. He's having off-the-chart shooting year in a small number of games, only 25 games. But nothing seems to bother him where he can sit out for 20 games, and then he can sit out for 3 games, and it just doesn't matter.
It's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
And remember, he came back open tonight, and he looked like Kevin Durant. And everybody says, well, he's Kevin Durant. Skip, he's great. He's shown over his career that he's great. So we shouldn't be surprised when he shows us greatness. I think we should be in awe when a person, he or her, shows us how effortless it can look. But Serena doing what she does, Tiger doing what he did. Skip, we shouldn't be surprised because over time they've shown us they're great. But how do you make it look so easy? How does Kevin Durant get looks like that after being off? How effortless he makes it look, like wrong foot, left foot, right foot, pull up, heavy pull up from 28. The mid-range game, as you talked about. Like you said, Skip, he's 6'11", 7 foot tall. He's shooting the ball at an arc that's 12 feet. You can't block that. You just hope he's having an off day. The great players, you don't stop them. You just hope you can bother them enough, and they're having an off day, and you're like, okay, yeah, he didn't go for 40. He only had 26, but it took him like 18, 19 shots to get that. But if they're great players, if they're on, and Kevin, that's what Kevin Durant is, a great player, you can't stop him.
And then finally, from the free throw line, he's 87%. He's often been up to 90%. And LeBron is at 70%. So he's going to help you a lot from the free throw line. And by the way, in the fourth quarter yesterday, as Phoenix was trying to make their run, Durant scores 14 points. And he makes all 4 of his free throws.
Well, the thing was, Skip, is that Kyrie had it going early. If you look at the first quarter, the first half, they could do nothing with Kai. So now Kai's perfect from the three-point line. He's dancing with the ball, getting the ball to the... You know he's money from the free throw line. What was he, another 9 for 9 yesterday from the free throw line, Kyrie? And I think, and that's what, when I watch Kevin Durant come off the bench, I think he wants to see how the game is going to be played out. Okay, where can I come in, impact the game without getting in anybody else's way? If you look at it, Kyrie was still dancing in the third quarter, Skip. He didn't step on KD's toes. KD didn't step on Kyrie's toes. So I think for me, watching KD and what he decided to do by coming off the bench, he got an opportunity to see the flow of the game, what was going to be needed, what was going to be asked of him, and then he just fit right in and took off. But like you said, I think it goes to show a lot about him because there are not very many superstar guys volunteering to bring their butt off the bench. No, I'm a starter. I'm going to be in the starting lineup. But it's like, hey, I'm good. I'm going to get mine.
It's more weird, Kevin, because we both agree he's the thinnest-skinned superstar we've ever closely observed. It's always something with him off the court where last week he's thinking of his top 5 teammates, and he thinks and he thinks for 15 seconds, as Chris Broussard pointed out, about the 5th player, and he picks Serge Ibaka instead of Russell Westbrook. because he wants to be in the crossfire.
Or he liked the tweet that said Steph was trash and needed an MVP and 3 other all-stars to win 2 titles.
And I keep trying to tell you, I believe all of the above fuels him on the court. When he comes in, it's like he heaps good pressure on himself to live up to his off-the-court persona as a contrarian. He's always against the grain on everything, right? He can almost be a curmudgeon. He's like picking battles everywhere he can pick one.
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, is that in wrestling, it's called a heel.
Yep.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. And he loves being the bad guy.
No, I think he wants to be a good guy, but he's accepted the role. He's embraced the role as being a bad guy. Yep. He said, well, y'all not going to love me like y'all love Steph, like y'all love LeBron and some of these others. Oh, the hell with that then. I'll just be me. I'll start a beef when there should be no beef there, and I'll just go show you. And you wonder how, with all this going on, me going bickering back and forth on the internet, how can I still go drop 33 in the amount of time that I play with all this circling around me? Just goes to show you I'm who I am. I'm great, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
That is correct. How many players would have hesitated and said no to joining 73-9 Golden State?
To be honest, I don't know if there's any player of his caliber. Skip, normally guys join great teams.
Yep.
They're on their last leg. They're trying to get a championship. They're not one of the 2 best players in the NBA and go join that team. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't think there are very many guys that would have joined that team considering the firepower that they already possessed before he got there. Normally, guys, like I said, guys on their last leg, Skip, year 18, 19, I'm trying to win a title. You see Adrian Peterson in football, Skip, saying he wants to go to a contender. He wants to be able to contribute. Well, Adrian Peterson in his prime would have said, guess what? I'm the missing piece. I'm AP. So, I get with any team and can make them into a contender. But Kevin Durant, what I saw yesterday, I was just in awe. I was like, well, damn. Are you sure? Are we sure he missed 3 games? Are we sure he just came back over a week ago after missing 2 months? Because, damn, he been playing all year.
Never seen anything like it.
No.
Right?
No. But the guys now are so skilled. There was a handful of guys. Skip, we had Bird that can shoot the ball like KD. We had a few guys. Skip, there's a lot of guys that can just flat out shoot the ball now. So now when guys go out there and and from the three-point line, they need to move it back. Because guys shooting that like a 15-footer. I mean, Skip, did you see what Steph did?
Or make it a 4-point line, 5 feet.
Skip, you see, they roll the ball to half court. Steph Curry picks the ball up, takes 1 dribble, and splashes it. He loses the ball in the backcourt. He comes, takes 2 dribbles past half court, and lets it go.
Okay. That's all well and good to me, but I need to see that happen in big playoff games, and I have not seen that happen.
Skip, he's done it in big playoff games. Remember the game he came back and dropped 40 on Portland? He's done it in playoff games. Maybe he hasn't had that 40-point performance that we want to see in a finals game because all the really great players have really done it in an NBA finals game. We've seen Magic. We've seen Jordan. We've seen LeBron. We've seen Bird. We've seen some of our historically great players. Tim Duncan have almost a quadruple-double. Shaq, Kobe. We want to see Steph have the games that we've seen over the last month. We've seen him have 20-point game. As a matter of fact, they were trying to get Steph the MVP, the last title that they won. Instead, KD tried to get him the MVP, messed around and got a triple-double, and he won the MVP because he was feeding Steph. Steph was letting it go. I think Steph ended up having, 35, 37 points, and KD got a triple-double and won the MVP again anyway.
Okay, but what did you tell me? What did you concede to me even last week? Steph Curry drove up the Maserati to
Ferrari.
You said Ferrari.
Yeah.
Okay, a Ferrari out on Long Island, right? Out in the Hamptons to recruit Kevin.
He did.
And said, I'm going to scoot over to the passenger seat. You'd have to probably get out. Walk around.
I'll ride shotgun.
I'll ride shotgun and you drive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I told you going into that first finals with Golden State, I pitied Kevin because I thought the weight of the NBA world was on his thin shoulders, right?
Yeah.
And what did he do? He went out in Game 3 in LeBron's palace and just took the game over and won MVP. I've never seen anything like that.
Right.
That's when he won me completely over.
Well, I think both guys, for Steph to be able to do that, Skip, we've never seen a superstar like Steph be willing to take a back seat in his prime to another guy. That doesn't normally happen. Now, I can't think. Now, maybe it has in basketball, and maybe we don't know about it. But a guy like Steph, that's a 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous, saying, you know what? Okay, fine. You coming here? I'm second. I can be second. I'm cool with that.
So if Kevin Durant is healthy and James Harden gets healthy.
Oh, you got your hands full.
Well, then, boy, the Clippers are going to have their hands full in the finals. That's all I know.
There you go. I know
I'm not going anywhere. That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
That's it. I picked the games was going to be with Kevin and Kyrie. And now I just don't know if the Clippers can overcome them in the finals. I just don't know. It's just too much firepower.
What finals? You know the finals? You don't get to go. You don't get to go to the finals.
NBA finals.
You don't get to go to the finals when you leave early. You know the Clippers leave early.
Well, they're going to win the West.
You leave early.
Yeah.
They don't even
in fact, they might just get to knock the Lakers out in round 1.
You don't even believe that.
Huh?
You don't even believe that.
I believe it with all my heart and soul. I've been saying it all year. Love what I'm seeing from the Clippers. Do not love what I'm seeing from the Lakers.
I don't love what I'm seeing from the Lakers.
Thank
either.
you.
But that'll go. He coming. Did you see him running this morning?
Yeah, he's
Did you see him running wind sprints this morning?
I saw that.
Okay.
Were those wind sprints?
You see it.
Huh?
You see it.
Those were winded sprints with an ED on it. Winded sprints.